I'm Jamie, and welcome to Sci-Fi Vision Presents Harbor Haunts for June 11th. Cannot believe it's halfway through June already. Jeez. You wouldn't think it with the weather, but it's summer. But hello, both of you. Welcome, everybody who is hopefully going to show up in the chat. Sometimes StreamYard kind of has a hiccup at the beginning. But welcome everybody. Tonight is the penultimate episode of Widow's Bay. We're going to talk about episode 9. Next week's the finale. And hi, Kelly. And for anybody who didn't hear earlier today, which I'm assuming probably everybody already knows already, but Widow's Bay has been officially renewed. So yay, season 2 coming. Hopefully it won't be too long. But that's great news. So then it doesn't matter if it ends on a cliffhanger or not, right? I mean, we don't want it to, but at least if it does, we know we'll get another, something else coming.
Bring the front bell for that.
Yeah, that deserves a bell.
Yay! Oh yeah, like lighthouse foghorn.
Yeah, that's what we need. I didn't even think that we need a foghorn.
I was gonna tell you that I think the weather's just being summer here because it's Tornado Valley and it's summer.
Well, yeah, that's true. I guess tornadoes and that are summer. I want like nice hot swimming weather. It's starting to get that, but I don't know. It poured so bad today. It was like not nice here.
I'd like Chicago to be able for me to get to Chicago.
Yes. Well, yeah. And, I'm kind of worried, Scarlet. I'll be honest. I hope everything goes okay because I know it's been bad.
Well, we're gonna leave tomorrow. Tomorrow's supposed to be fine, but I think I'm gonna leave later in the day so they can do a little bit of cleanup.
Yeah, smart.
Well, just so you don't get stuck in the middle of anything.
I hope not.
So Sunday, we're still going to have our of course the watch party Saturday at midnight for From, but we're still going to have our From show on Sunday. I know that Jason Neo's the one from Squawking Dead is going to join me. Jen, if you want, you're welcome to join me. And Scarlet, I think, is going to show up at some point, maybe, hopefully.
I might miserably call in.
Yeah, if you want to call in from the hotel, it's all good.
Have some steampunk cocktails in me by the time I call it.
That would be cool. But we are still going to have that, and that's why we ended up having a show tonight. Other than that, I did hear back finally. I know it's been kind of some tech issues, but heard back from Jamie's people. Jamie McGuire is going to come next week.
Yay!
At some point. He said early in the week, so we're scheduling it. But that will be who plays Smiley, of course, on From. Will be here next week. I am going to schedule a premiere for the first half of Julia Doyle, who plays, of course, Sophia on From. Her interview will go up tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. I know it's Friday, but I figured it was better than the weekend, and I didn't want to wait clear till Monday. So I'm going to go ahead and get that up. I'm just finishing up the last bit of the editing on that. And other than that, I am talking to Pega tomorrow. It's not a long interview, but if you do have questions, you can drop them in our Discord. And make sure that you do check out our Discord if you're not a member. The link's in the chat, and you can get our schedule and all that good stuff. But yes, lots of stuff coming up. Today I talked to Ron Perlman for the second time. That was kind of interesting.
Nice.
That was a fun interview. That was cool. That was for the capture. I was asking people I know on Discord if you guys saw the capture. I really liked this show. Like, I wish I had started at season 1. I started at season 3 because I didn't have time. And like now I want to go back and watch season 1 and 2 because I really liked it. Kind of, I guess, a little bit of crime mystery, but it's more just like an action. It's fun.
Ooh, I definitely want to catch it. I've seen it, but I've never got to watch it. And I love Ron Perlman, especially after watching him like Sons of Anarchy and Hellboy and like so many other things he's done. So I definitely got to catch that.
Yeah, it's good. I liked it. It's a lot about like the kind of dangers of AI and things and bad things they can do with it. So it's a little scary, but I talked to him and the lead Holiday Granger today. So those will be coming out soon as well. Although it's already aired season 3, I guess, in the UK. This is on Peacock. It's coming out. So it's already actually already been out, which I found out after the fact. But yeah, hey, RC, hello. Kelly still there. Kimberly, welcome everybody. All right, well, now on to Widow's Bay. I will quit gabbing about all the other shit. Sorry, guys. Always have my front notes at the beginning and everything else. So what did you guys think about this episode other than the fact it was way, way, way too short? And I will say, before we go any further, next week is 49 minutes. So that's a little tidbit. That's not a spoiler to say that. I think that's okay to say that. I looked it up and saw how long it was. So at least we get longer next week. So that's something. But what did you guys think about this one?
I really liked this episode. I thought it, last time we were on the live stream, I think I told you I thought that Ruth was the Descendant. So I was really kind of happy to see that. And I have more about it now that we've seen this episode. I like that it brought it back to Sarah Warren. So we got to actually see with this opening scene. That part I really liked. So we got like the whole imaging of the painting. And as we go on to it, I thought there were some really hysterical parts in this episode as well. I kind of really liked the humor in this. I was hysterical laughing at some parts, and screaming at some others. So I liked it. We got some Rosemary too. So you can't go wrong with that.
What did you think, Scarlet?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I've got a lot of theories now about Ruth. I don't know if we want to talk about them right now or talk about them later.
Yeah, maybe.
What happened in Ruth's life and what might have happened that might have made other things happen, if you know.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But I did like some of the gags, like with the too heavy frame, that I got a little bit of a spoiler about.
Yeah, I was just gonna say about that when you were done. I really liked it too, and I loved the stuff with Rosemary. I think that was my favorite, even though it's all non-politically correct.
Yeah.
You enjoy her screaming my sciatica too when she.
Yes.
That too, but I don't know. I love the thing. She's like, dead baby, dead baby, dead baby, lesbian, dead baby. It was so funny. Even if
my favorite one was Sophia the Heretic, though. And that was...
Yes, murder mystery part. She's like, it's a really good mystery if we have time. I was like, oh my god.
And then she's like,
Hortense Unfortunate was the other one I remember.
Yep.
Yeah, did they mention her earlier in the season? I was for some reason thinking
they might have in the Historical Society.
Yeah, I feel like they might have, but I couldn't remember. I thought maybe you guys would remember. But the interview with the production designer that I'd put up with this, I did not realize it until after I'd posted, and then Scarlet said it to me, and I'm like, I had realized this after. He had talked about the painting in Ruth's office, and I never thought anything of it because I did not connect it to that. And then you're on the show and you're like, I think that that's this picture, and that, you were making this guess that it was about that. And when you said that last week, I was like, oh shit.
Well, talking about how heavy the frame was and how they had to make the frame so heavy. And I'm like, okay, this is part of a gaff, right? Like a gag.
Right.
And he said there was going to be something behind it, and I was like, okay, well, this is definitely it's a plot point.
Well, yeah, I mean, I knew it was a plot point, but I didn't realize it was in Ruth's office. I guess I didn't. The first time I watched it, I didn't pay attention to that tiny detail, and that's why when you said it, I'm like, okay, that was sort of kind of a slight spoiler if people look into it too much. And then Scarlett said that to me. I'm like, yeah, they'll realize it, but I had already posted it.
I just thought it was a spoil for the joke, not so much the plot.
Yeah, no, it didn't say anything about what it meant. Just that it kind of. Obviously the painting was going to pop up was sort of what it said. But yeah, he did talk about that painting and that it was actually heavy, which I would not have expected. I figured that whole thing was kind of put on, but I guess to make it easier to, or harder to
actors got to act, man. You got to give them the, foundation.
They need that heavy lifting.
Very heavy frame.
Yeah. But anybody who didn't see that, you can see that on our video tab. That was such a fun interview.
Really
Yeah, I enjoyed doing it because I think he could tell too. Like I really liked the show because I knew like all the all the details because we had talked about him so much on the show. So it was fun. All right. Well, so let's get into the recap. I know we probably won't be as long with this one, but we might as well get into it. So yeah, it starts off with Sarah and the kids in the boat, and we get this little short scene showing the kids get sick. There's the boy, and at one point Frances falls over and is there in the water, treading water. And
can you go back one? Can you
Yeah.
go back one?
That one.
How many fingers? That
4.
is on the other hand.
It was probably
Yes,
the other
it's on the other
I thought
hand.
they were gonna make a point of her holding up the hand that had the lost finger, but not.
Yeah, I hadn't even noticed that, but they probably didn't. They don't. I mean, maybe they don't always think about people doing what we do, right?
Right.
They should, but they don't always. But yeah, she is in the water stuck, and Sarah throws her the chest so she can at least float on something. But it shows the
Very Titanic.
yeah, which we already knew she had.
Right.
So yeah, my only question about this that I hadn't thought of until we were watching it this time during the rewatch is I wonder like if Sarah could have made it off, right? Because Sarah's
Yeah.
not getting sick. She
She could
wasn't
have.
on
Yeah.
the island. I don't know that that is relevant or that we'll ever know. I'm assuming she died, but it was kind of interesting if you think about it, and they didn't really say anything about it. So
Right.
Well, yeah,
That's for season 2.
yeah, maybe.
One of the kids that gets sick says, "I can't see anymore," and I was like, "Oh, that's exactly
no.
what Loftus's wife says."
Oh
So
God.
then I started making connections there, which we'll get into in a little bit.
The rest looked like they kind of had the plague.
Yeah, with the nose bleeding. Yeah, which we saw in the photos from Wick back in like episode 1.
Yeah. Yeah. They've done a really good job connecting everything, I feel like. Let's see. Just Me says at this time girls probably weren't taught how to swim.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, they didn't teach girls to do a lot of things back then, right? And RC says it would be funny if Ruth is not a sweet old lady. We don't really know anything about Ruth. I think that, like, I get they only have 10 episodes, but I think they should have had an episode, and I said this during the watch party. They should have had an episode about Rosemary, Dale, and Ruth, because we could have learned more. And I think that I think it would have added to it, and it would have been fucking hilarious, right?
Right. I want to know more about Dale. We know nothing about him. He's like this one-off character, but he's had some great lines, and he had that one creepy, like the one episode where Tom was tripping and his face looked all creepy, like he was missing his eyes and just weird. So, oh man, yeah. I'm so excited we're getting a season 2. I hope they explore more, like the hotel and a little bit more of the lore, and more about what's going on with that basement underneath the freaking what is it called? Yeah, the historical society.
The basement.
Oh, is it? Not the historical society. Yeah, it's underneath the historical society.
You mean are you sure you don't mean under the inn, in the hotel?
I thought it was a bar. I thought it was a bar.
Where is that chair underneath?
You mean the restaurant. You mean something else.
The crackling goose or whatever it was. What's it called?
The whale?
The whale.
The whales?
That was correct.
The salty whale.
The salty whale. Yeah, no, I thought you meant. Sorry, I thought you meant the crawl space. I don't know why I thought you meant the crawl space,
No,
but I thought
you meant the chair in the
Yes,
the root
the
cellar
chair
thing.
in that root cellar thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't see how they couldn't go back to that. Like they got to do something with that, I would think, before it's done, because that seems to be such an important part of the story, and they've brought it up a couple times. My other thing I just wanted to say, because I know on our other show, Karen was saying like she didn't think the show could go past 2 seasons. I feel like it really depends how they handle the story and how far they take, the legends and stuff.
Right.
I mean, I like agree that they can't overdo the sort of like homages and stuff, but there's still a lot that they could do. I feel like, I don't know, to me it doesn't really, I could see it going beyond that.
They could do a background story on Dale, a background story on Rosemary. We're probably going to get one from Ruth, but there's also tourists coming on the island all the time. So
right.
you have one of their stories. Easily going to fill a second season.
Yeah, I think we need a story about Patricia and the whole Wiccan and witch stuff. We need a story on the hotel itself, and all the rooms have different stories. That could probably be like a whole season. Like maybe not, you know what I mean? Maybe not the whole season, but a majority of it going through those different haunts and like getting rid of those whatever things like that. Unless them getting rid of the curse gets rid of everything.
Yeah.
But even still, you can go back in time, especially with Rosemary going through the genealogy. there was a lot of different points that you can pick up and kind of go backwards in time. And a lot of shows have been doing that lately, kind of going backwards, like with it and other stories. So
Yeah, there's a lot of different stories they could pull out of there, I feel like. And they could just even make new like folk legends and stuff, right? Like, I mean, they had the hag at the beginning, and then they sort of dropped that. I don't know if that's coming back around or not at some point, but like they could just do even like one-offs about other different like folk legends or something. Or
well, plus the Warren story isn't over, because my theories make that certain that the
right.
I've shared my theories with Jamie. I'll share them with you, Jen.
Okay,
yes,
sounds like a euphemism. I like that. B. Let's see. Just me says we need more on the pastor. I was thinking maybe he hanged himself because he learned he was a descendant. Ooh, that's interesting. Wouldn't Rosemary have mentioned it though? That's my only question. Like, I feel like she would have said.
But see, I think that there's got to be, and this kind of leads into the theory that I have. There's got to be more bastard children out there.
Yeah, I was gonna say illegitimate, but bastard children.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
It's the same word. It really is.
Sure that Ruth had a kid.
I'm 100% sure there's a secret mom, and that's why Evan always stayed at our house, because that was his grandmama.
Yeah, they did have that little thing in there, so maybe that will become important. Sorry, I'm looking to screen. I'm trying to change and turn Scarlet's volume up. You're like really low, but
sorry.
No, it's not your fault. I turned you up a little bit and Jen down a little bit, just because I have to keep adjusting my volume because I can't hear you. And then Jen talks and I'm like,
I'm sorry.
Let's be honest, StreamYard sucks. So
yeah,
it's StreamYard. Let's see. Sorry, just me says I think there's more than one descendant. Secret babies for sure. Not even Ruth, but just 400 years of ancestors.
Hell yeah. Rosemary's like, these ones were jackrabbits. I was like, there's no.
Yeah,
absolutely.
There's got to be. B says there's totally a secret. Ruth totally had a secret baby.
I really hope that Sophia the heretic had some bastard children.
Yes, and probably the witch clan.
I was just going to point out, we can see now because I think we had tried to see it before and couldn't, and when you couldn't tell it was on it. That's like a bird. It looks like a hummingbird.
It looked like a tooth when you first came into it on the side.
Yes.
I was like, oh, but it's not a tooth.
But I think it is
a hummingbird. I think it's upside down. You'd have to right.
It's not. Yeah.
But so interesting.
We're so into like right now, like and there is tooth stuff here, but like all we're thinking about is teeth. It's even like the brown satchel color from.
Teeth, mushrooms, root cellars are going around, right?
Right.
I wanted to ask you guys about this because I think this is funny, and I don't know if it's supposed to be, and I'm like not getting what it is about. But what the hell is select men?
I thought the same thing. What is that?
Is it just a joke? I don't know. I don't get it. So
I'm gonna look it up.
If I had noticed it or thought about it before, I would have asked him about it, what it was. But I don't know. It could just be a joke. Who knows?
Well, let me look it up. It's a member of the local government board of a New England town. Select man.
Okay, so it's not a joke then. I'd never heard of it. That's for sure.
Neither have I.
Well, oh well. Okay, so this part is about Patricia is telling Tom that he has to sound the siren for the storms, and he doesn't want to do that because and this guy's talking, I don't know what his name is, but he's telling about people that died.
This guy's great.
That happened in storm, and Patricia just like shuts the door on him. I love that. Like,
that was hilarious.
Doesn't say anything, just shuts it in his face. But Tom doesn't want to because he's saying, the people that came on vacation there, all they're going to remember is they went and, they had a storm on their vacation. And this part to me was really dumb. I'm sorry. It irritated me because he can't control the weather. Lots of times you go on vacation and there's like a storm. I mean, it
he
sucks.
can control the weather. He's what is he, the leader? What was it called? The leader of
the Lord of the Island or something like that.
The Lord of the Island Protector. So
the Lord Island Protector.
Yeah,
something like that.
Totally creates the weather.
Yeah. I don't know. That to me was just, I was like, why is he making such a big deal out of this? Because it does happen. I mean, yeah, it sucks, but it does happen. And I also am not sure that they'd give you your hotel back if it stormed. Like, I know that the point was the joke, that guy's like, nope, already spent the money. But really, I mean, I don't think they do they? I never really thought about it, but I wouldn't think so. I know amusement parks do. I've been at I think it was Cedar Point or something, and it got really bad, and they shut the roller coasters because they would wave in the wind, like it was too windy. So that I understand, but a hotel, like you can stay there in the storm. It's not going to kill you staying at a hotel.
Yeah, having a Legoland, something happened with the weather, so they just gave us a free ticket to go back.
Well, that's cool. Yeah. I get the parks do it, but I'm not sure about a hotel. So, hey, Neo, welcome.
I guess if you complain enough.
Yeah, that's the other thing. If you do complain enough, you can get free stuff. That's like, I know before I'm going off on a tangent. Sorry. I know, like I was I don't remember what it was for, but a movie that I went to, and like you couldn't hear it, and like the sound was like all screwed. And like I went after and like complained, like I didn't enjoy it because I couldn't hear it, and they gave me free tickets. So, that's why I said I'm not Patricia. I wouldn't go like, it's okay, I just wanted you to know. No, I'd be like, I want free tickets or something.
Yeah.
I'm cheap.
Always complain about everything. You get like better hotel rooms if you complain about it,
You do. You do. Oh my God. Sometimes, I don't know why, that just reminded me. When I was in New York years ago now, it was when I was at New York Comic Con. I think what happened is, I think the guy that was like cleaning the room, I think he cut himself. We came in the hotel room. Number one, it wasn't locked. The door suddenly was unlocked. So whoever cleaned the room did not lock the door, and they didn't shut it right. And then when we came in on the sheet, there was like some blood, and that was like really.
Oh.
This was at a Marriott. This was like a nice hotel because these were the hotels I'd won, so we didn't pay for it. So yeah, I don't know what happened. They gave us like credit to come back another time for a couple days, and we complained and we switched rooms. They didn't want us to switch rooms. I'm like, I'm not staying in a room the door doesn't lock right. No, not in the middle of New York. I know you're used to New York. I'm not. So yeah.
I think Jenn still wants a lock on her door, right?
I do.
It seemed like maybe it didn't
leave the blood on the sheets. I'm fine.
No, I need a weapon, and I need a lock on the door.
Yeah, it was not the hotel part was not a good experience. But I think it looked like, after, from what we had gathered, I think the guy, when he was making the bed, I think he had cut himself and didn't realize it. But it was still gross, and we still wanted a new room. Like, no, not staying in this room. Yeah, it was not good. But otherwise, it was a good experience. B says, when we get tornado warnings, we're all supposed to get to shelter in the bathtub. Got to get away from the windows. I don't know about the bathtub, but definitely in hallways or something.
We got a tornado warning when me and Jamie were doing the Yellow Jackets animal symbolism live.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, my boyfriend and my cat came downstairs, but he fielded some mythological things for me, so that was cool.
Yeah, I remember when that happened.
We've had some tornadoes around here. It's been kind of crazy in upstate New York. We couldn't believe that we would get tornadoes. We've had like 1 or 2 touchdowns the last couple of years.
Yeah, tornadoes can be scary. I know one came kind of close to where we are last year. Like, went through the town next to ours. Thankfully, never came here, but we weren't out, so it didn't end up mattering. But yeah. You live in the East. There's stuff everywhere, right? Like the West Coast gets
earthquakes.
Yeah. Earthquakes. Yeah, I was trying to think, and like some places get hurricanes, so you never know.
Yeah, the first earthquake I ever experienced in San Diego, I had this habit of putting my legs up in my office chair that had wheels on it, and I started moving across the room without me doing anything.
Jeez.
I moved the chair and the wheels.
Yeah, that could be scary. I don't know. I've only ever been in like small earthquakes because we live on the East Coast, obviously not. But yeah, that could be
wildfires. Yeah, but so.
Yes, they had wildfires in the West Coast.
I was in the one at 2003 where it had like maybe about 2 or 3 inches of ash on everything. It looked like snow on the ground, but it was ash.
Wow. Yeah, that's That's not good.
Scary.
We couldn't really go out for days, and then we finally went to Hotel Circle because there's one Italian restaurant open. I'm like, I gotta get out of here. I'm getting cabin fever.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I know obviously the last fire, a lot of people lost their homes, so it can get pretty bad. All right. So anyway, he says that that's all they'll talk about when they get home, and she tells him at least they can get home.
Right.
You know, she's right. I mean, it's more important that everybody's safe. He does eventually, when he finds out what the weather is, and that doesn't look good. That storm's like bigger than the island, right?
Right.
That's some scary shit. So yeah, he finally does sound the siren, and they're gonna open the shelter and get everybody in there. He decides to do it, but he's in a bad mood and he's pissed off. And this is where he rips the painting off the wall that falls on top of him, which is so funny. Poor Tom. I think the funniest part though is when he's trying to get up and there he's laying there underneath it. And where to go? And this guy,
Kenny,
Kenny is going to lift it up, and Rosemary's like, no, don't touch him. He might have, I don't know, hurt his spine or whatever crap she said. And she's like, I'll do it. She can't lift it.
No.
What was the best part about that though is after she did that, did you hear Dale? He's like, poor Rosemary.
I know.
Yeah. That's why I love them so much. Like, yeah, they're just great. But he does get it off of him. But the whole point of this, and see, this is why I didn't realize that was in Ruth's office, but it's because he like went kind of across. I guess it's across the hall. It's the way they did it. Yeah. So Patricia notices that painting, that girl has part of a missing finger, which we knew from the journal that the youngest daughter her finger was run over by a wagon wheel by her brother or something like that. So that's how they know that that is Frances Warren, now Francis Fisher, I believe. And that the whole reason the curse didn't go away is because his bloodline is not gone and they have to take care of it. And, you know, destroy, like you said, destroy the last of the bloodline to get rid of the curse. I want to ask you guys something though. Sorry, I'm like looking for the picture. I took a screenshot of it. I noticed somebody on one of the groups for this, and I just saw it today, so I didn't get a chance to go back. But do you remember the exact wording about what he said about the bloodline? Because they said that Warren said, as long as there are men with my blood, you're bound to the covenant.
Can it just be men, be like humanity?
Yeah,
like,
that's what I think.
It could be.
There are just so many people that are like, oh, that's a son because the heir can only be a son. A descendant can only be a son. I was like, well, that's sexist.
Yeah, I think that's very thinking of that century. And I think it shows like clearly here we are in the 21st century and you can still have lineage that's not genetically male.
Yeah.
Lineage is for any person born to you, female or male.
Right. No, it is. It's just if he did say men, it was interesting. But you're right. With the time, it's probably what he would have said, whether he meant any, women or men. Mm-hmm. Just me says, I think Evan is a descendant.
Agreed.
I think a lot of people have that theory. For it makes sense, right? Like because he's one person he's trying to.
It goes into my whole 1959. Miss Will gets knocked up. But
yes, that's what I said.
I have a theory about that too.
Interesting. Well, let's wait till we get to that part, and then you can tell us your theory when we get there.
Just little tidbits here and there, just enough.
Yeah. Did she run get? Oops, sorry. What did I cut? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Scarlet. Did you say something else?
Oh, I just said just a taste.
Yeah. No. Let's just. So we wait till we get to that part, and then you can tell us all your theory.
Yeah, because then people have to watch along.
Yes, you guys have to watch the whole thing. Did she run and get the journal? Because I was wondering where it came from, and now I know because I'm looking at the screen capture. She dropped it then, but she must have went and got it when she saw it in the painting.
Yeah, she does. You hear her footsteps run away when he still has the painting on him. Like she goes running out of the office, and he's like, "What?" It's so funny.
Okay. I missed that part. I'm glad because I wondered. I was trying to catch it earlier, and sometimes I forget to look for something, and I'm like, "Oh man." So good to know. But she explains it to him. He doesn't really react much other than he's still kind of like shit, no matter what. He just sits there like, This is not good, no matter what she says. But now they have a possible plan. They got to figure out about it. If only someone would do a chart with all the descendants. Well, now Rosemary has technically. So
Yeah.
at least with the descendants of Warren anyway.
All the fan fiction that could be written about this family line.
Seriously.
There's quite a bit there. All right, so lots of shots of the storm raging here, and then we have the sheriff and I'm like blanking on Bashir, yeah, however you say it, Bashir. Yeah, him and his wife. I don't remember his wife's name though either. But
Belle.
Shell.
Okay.
I keep saying Shell.
Shell. Okay, Shell, Bell, something that rhymes with L.
Shell. Oh my God.
No, you said Shell, right? Isn't that what you said?
I said Shell. Yes,
Shell.
I said
Okay.
Shell.
Okay, Shell.
That's what the caption said. Shell. CHELLE.
I wonder if it's short for Michelle. Probably could be.
I don't know.
Anyway, she's saying like they have to go back home. She's like, we can't go across on the ferry in this storm. And he's like, no, we got to get there. It's closing, and he's trying to find a way over. And then the guys come when after the storm.
It's unfortunate she has a nautical name being trapped on this island.
Right.
That is interesting. Yeah, true.
Sorry.
No, that's very true. She he sounds a siren, and then I think like that's the guy that runs the ferry. I'm guessing. I don't know because I don't remember what he looked like, but it made me wonder when they come over and he's like talking to them. I'm thinking like,
yeah, those look like ferry people.
Yeah,
but not fairies, but ferry people. The people,
right.
The men of the ferry.
Yeah, FERRY people,
but not fairies. But maybe fairies. The show could have fairies.
Yeah,
fairies start a ferry. I don't know.
Yeah,
we
don't know. But yeah, so nobody wants to go out in this weather. Wick sees him and has a conversation with him. I did not get to write notes with this when we did the rewatch.
He asked him how much does she know? How much has he told her?
Oh,
and
okay.
He says that he hasn't told her anything about the curse yet.
Yeah.
And then he gets really mad because he's like, I'm going to take that little boat and go over there. And then Wick says, in my opinion, the best line to shut the whole argument down. He goes, well, that boat came on a boat to get here.
Yeah, that's maybe it was that little dinghy they lost for all we know, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he's kind of screwed and he's worried. And also at one point, I think it's whenever they come in the shelter later, she's having contractions, so
yeah,
that doesn't bode well for the baby and for her.
Yeah, I think she's definitely come into play in the season finale for sure. She's definitely going to go into labor.
Probably. So everybody's what Scarlet?
Cliffhanger.
Oh, cliffhanger, maybe
number one.
Yeah, cliffhanger number one.
Number one.
Yeah. All right. So they go into the shelter. I don't know how they're going to fit I mean, like it's the whole town plus all the people visiting. I don't know how they're going to fit them all in there, but there's the little shelter, which looks pretty empty.
I just had this thought that maybe the sheriff tries to desperately row his wife out to pass the buoy so she'll just give birth in the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't think she was born there, so they would be okay if they could get out, but they got to get out.
Right.
I mean, her having the baby, but having it pass a buoy. No.
Oh, you mean have it in the water?
Yeah, in the boat.
In a boat, row a boat out past the dinghy so she can give birth out there, so the baby won't be tied to the island.
Yeah, I mean that would work, but I'm not sure that having a baby in the middle of the lake or sea or whatever
it's not ideal.
With just the sheriff there trying to deliver this baby, it probably would not go well. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's like take the chance of losing the baby because you can't deliver it yourself in the middle of the water, or not being able to. It's kind of they're both bad options. And he should at least say something. But yeah, I don't think anybody would probably be willing to go out with them though. So Yeah, they'd be all alone. That
I
could be
can't
odd.
wrestle with a doctor that will go on there.
I doubt it.
Doubt it.
B says the door said shelter 3. There it is right there. So there are probably more shelters around the island, and I thought they were saying make your way to the shelters on the announcement.
Yeah, Patricia mentions that there's 3 of them on the island. There's 3 shelters.
Okay, cool. I missed that part. I feel like I missed a lot of details about this one. I've only seen it twice, so I did not. Like I said, I missed some of it during the rewatch.
Well, I got to watch it once.
Yeah,
Well,
I've watched it 3
you got a better
times.
memory than I do. You're
Well,
younger than I am.
I was packing for my trip. That's not a trip. That should be a trip. That's going to be a trip.
It's going to be a trip.
Hopefully.
As long as your trip goes okay, we're good. So we see Evan, and for the first time, he's not an asshole.
Yeah, amazing.
He's like, it's okay. I won't go anywhere. I just wanted to make sure my friends were okay. You know, we'll leave the island another time on our Sox game. Like he was so nice about it. So I guess he's forgiven his father. And now that he knows why his father lied, he's not hating him, I guess. Because he was awful nice. I don't know how I feel about this though, because I almost feel like it was unrealistic that he went from one extreme to the other. I don't know. How do you guys feel about that?
I know he's a teenager.
Yeah, they're moody. They're like roller coasters.
Yeah,
they are. That's a good point. They are. All right. Let's see. So somewhere in here, I think Tom tells Patricia not to let anybody leave. I think that's what that is about. I'm not entirely sure, but I know at one point he says not to let anybody leave.
And she tells him that the only person in there is Ruth, is the only one that's not there.
Yeah, and he says when they say it earlier, he says that they won't leave her there. They'll, figure something out.
Right.
Which may or may not, we don't know now what's going to happen. Maybe the storm scared some sense into him. Maybe he's believing the curse a little bit. I don't know if he told him about the curse. I kind of feel like he might have, but we didn't actually see that. So I don't know. Do you guys think he told him everything?
I don't think the way he looked at Evan when Evan was like, we'd always go out to the baseball game another day, like his eyes got a little wide. I don't think he told Evan about the curse at all.
Because I thought maybe like he told him about the curse, but said it was lifted and then, found out it wasn't. But I agree I can't remember if it was, I think this was on our Tuesday show on our Fandom Access. Somebody had said something that I never thought of, like, why has Evan not from somebody on the island heard about the curse? Like he would have had to have heard about it by now, right?
I don't know, because he was asking like, why can't I leave the island? And I mean, the kids said it like joking around, but I guess it's just some like thing that they just joke around. I don't think they really know anything for certain. Like the way that reporter was like, I checked with these 2 people. Like there's only 2 recorded people that he found and they were way older. So they might really not know about the curse, or like, it's just like some like one-off thing that they say, and it's like a joke because no one really believes it.
Yeah.
Hey, West. That reminded me. I was going to say, for people who won our first contest, I'm guessing your talisman should probably be coming in. Those were the ones from Dieter. I got 2 talismans.
Nice.
I like my talisman. I got to find a way to hang it on my door though.
Yeah, I have mine hanging by my front door.
Yeah, mine's by my front door.
Yeah, I need I don't know, a nail or a sticky hook or something.
Sticky hook.
I put mine on a sticky hook.
I love it. Sticky hook.
I don't want it nail into the door. I don't even know. I don't think you could. And my front door, you definitely couldn't because it's a steel door. But
yeah, I had to retie the twine too because it doesn't hang the right way. If you hang it by the one I got, the little tiny rope twine hook didn't fit on my sticky hook, so I had to retie it.
Interesting. Mine's glued to it. You can't take the twine off. So.
Glued?
Yeah,
Crazy.
That was kind of surprising. I mean, it doesn't matter. I would have left it on anyway, but yeah, it's kind of glued to it. And I see Wes says he's going to mail the talisman out to the other winners this weekend. Thank you for that, Wes. So yeah, everybody should be, if you haven't gotten your talisman yet, if you were part of the second group, it should be soon. And if you're part of the first group, you probably got it or have almost gotten it, one or the other. So yeah. So they need to do merch now for this, for Widow's Bay. They probably won't, but it'd be cool.
I want the grimoire.
Yes.
Grimoire. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Even if it was a journal and it just had a few pages that they had drawn for it inside of it and the cover.
Right.
Yeah, that would be
But it has to
So,
have a slip jacket with Lucy Four's slip jacket on top of it.
yeah, that'd be cool. Well, you could probably make though, right? Like you could print a book cover and
That kind of bootleg stuff.
put it in. Well, no, I say that because I know from experience from when I had before bought some prop book covers. They just like make book covers and put them over real books when they do stuff like that.
Oh my God, it's TV magic.
TV magic.
It's cheapy magic.
What are you saying?
I remember
Yeah,
I thought it
they
was
made that whole book though. That
oh
book
that
was
the
the
grimoire, yeah. But I mean like
No, I mean even the book that was the helpful book, the Lucy Four's book had
that's
all
true.
the pictures in it, and then it had all the text and everything.
That's true. If it had an inside, yeah, they probably made it. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like when
I mean,
they
once
have
on the shelf, yeah. If they want to put a cover around something, it'll probably take a little bit.
if they're fake books.
Yeah.
I had bought a book cover once for that. And I told you guys I bought that magazine and it was like glued around a real magazine to make so they didn't make a magazine, they made a cover.
Yeah.
little cheap, but you know.
I keep trying to find that Lestat Rolling Stone. Is that a real thing?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They said it was at Barnes and Noble, but I went to my local independent bookseller instead, and they did not have it.
Okay.
Looking for one.
Yeah, no, that would be really cool to have, but you can always, yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know that printing it's the best idea, but it's better than nothing if you really want one. But yeah.
What am I gonna lick?
What?
What am I gonna lick then if it's not physical?
Oh, Scarlet, you're funny.
I'm not the first one that made a lick a joke with the little Snap Rolling Stone cover. I'm kind of ripping off the articulate coven, but
that premiere was crazy. That just made me think about that episode. That episode was crazy.
Hopefully we'll do a recap in the middle or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. That first episode was nuts.
It was quite crazy. All right. So they find out the generator's out. And if they don't fix it, they're going to lose all the lights in that shelter, which with all those people would not be good. I mean, I don't know that they would be hurt. They'd be okay. It would just be black as long as it isn't for like weeks. They'd be fine.
The talking darkness. Go to sleep.
Yeah.
Right.
It would suck with that many. It would be hard though with that many people because you'd be running into everybody. But because it would probably be pitch dark. I mean, I would think if you're down like that in a shelter, I mean, it would be like black dark, not just like sort of dark. But you know, well, then again, the cell phones don't work there, so maybe people don't all keep their cell phones on them all the time to have flashlights. But I don't know. But either way, they can get a replacement for the starter at the lighthouse because it takes the same thing. Although part of me was thinking, I don't know that taking that away from the lighthouse in the middle of a storm is a great idea, but I guess they don't have a huge choice. It's one or the other. It's better to take it for the shelter, I guess. But he does try calling the guy on the radio. Whoops. And he can barely hear him, but he does say that he'll have a starter, and Tom goes out to get it because the guy can't understand him, but actually heard him and took it with him. We find out later.
I love the lighthouse guy.
Yeah, I do too. Isn't that the same guy that like did the whole bike ride thing before and went back and forth?
Yeah,
that's what I thought. So the same thing happened before, pretty much, which is funny. So yeah, he's gonna go, even though Patricia's like, that's too dangerous. He's gonna go out and try to get the starter because they need it. So yeah, he's taking care of everybody. I mean, he's doing a much better job at protecting, than he was before. Like he cares about the town, and not that he didn't care about it before, but I mean, he's risking himself for that. And then we have the sheriff and his wife coming in here, and this is when she says about the contractions. I have it in my notes here. And they're going to take her to the doctor to find out what's going on. All right, what happened? That's cool. Just me. Yeah, they're awesome. I just want to hang them up. Okay, so he goes out. Sorry, I'm getting off track. Okay, Wick finds the journal, and I'm assuming he sees the painting because, I mean, they didn't really say either that or Patricia said something to him, but I'm assuming he probably saw it. And he goes to Rosemary and it's like, I need your help. And he's going to ask her to do the genealogy of the Warren family. which is how they'll find out who the last descendant is, which we know is Ruth, but it's not yet. All right, so he drives out in the storm. Crazy storm. I have a picture of the storm somewhere. He gets up to the lighthouse and he sees emergency town hall need me. Like he's calling this guy, we need the starter, and like he already left, but he took it with him, thankfully. So at least there's that. But this is
yeah, well, that's so great.
He's
yeah,
waving
like,
to him.
and he's like waving. He's like, I'll come back. He's like, no, don't come back. Wait for me. It must not take that long to get back and forth, though. They sure made it seem like it. Like it was supposed to be such a hard thing for him to go all the way down there, and then like 2 seconds later, he's back.
Right.
Well, I think he can if he wants to. I don't think he wants to before. I think
Well,
he's
it's dangerous.
Pokey.
Yeah.
When it doesn't count.
Yeah, but it's also dangerous. You know what though? That's supposed to be the starter, but it looks like he's waving the binoculars. So doesn't it? To me, it looks like I mean, it's supposed to, I think, be the starter from what he said.
Yeah, it's the starter.
Like binoculars. This is the way they did it, I guess. And then we see, I brightened this so you could see it. There's a tornado coming too. So
yeah, that's great. I'm under tornado watch right now, so that's fun.
Nice.
Yeah, that's not good Scarlet. Yeah, be careful. If you hear anything and you got to get off, let us know. Please don't stay
I'm in the basement already, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. Okay, then you don't have to worry. So yeah, tornadoes coming, storms coming, and he's got to hurry up, and he does head back. And then he talks to that guy and he sees that he's come back the other way. And he does get him up into the shelter. So they got the starter now. But then we see this guy. I don't remember his name, but he calls him Shaman. It's the guy that gave him the mushrooms.
Oh, the shaman. Oh, no, that's who that guy was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's why he was going, wick. I wonder why.
Mushrooms.
Yeah, because I didn't know who it was at first.
What does he have on him? All sorts of mushrooms?
He drops like tube socks. He brought his apartment. It was hilarious.
He brought all his luggage with him.
They're important. They're tube socks.
Yeah, and he doesn't listen to Tom in time, and he gets sucked up into the tornado.
The spiritual experience inside the tornado.
Yeah, hey, there's Tom like, oh no, this guy. Yeah, I mean, it was funny, but like that poor guy, right? I mean, that's awful, but it was funny. It was still funny.
Well, you can survive if you just get sucked up in the eye of it. People have lived.
Yeah, they've lived, but it's got to throw you back down at some point, and probably doesn't set you down nice and gentle.
Yeah,
right.
It depends. Yeah, it really depends.
He'll probably land out in the sea.
Yeah. So
I hope we see him again in season 2.
Yeah, it would be nice if we did, but he's probably a goner, I would think. So they Tom wants to find out about the genealogy because he knows that Wick asked her to do it, and Patricia's like, we don't have time, but also doesn't want them to do it because she is afraid they're going. I think she kind of knows that they might try to kill the person, whoever it is, and yeah, they're like, we know the last living descendant. So they, Tom is, Rosemary does. She hasn't told them yet. And so they sit down and they're going to go through the genealogy to figure out who the descendants are. We don't know yet. It's only one though. They say after. Penny says it felt like the sky ate him.
Yeah.
That's interesting. It is an island that's, that's cursed, supernatural. RC, I had started this and forgot to put it back up, said, I feel so sorry for the sheriff and his wife. Their child will be cursed forever. Probably, but that's like, I think a lot of the people on the island, right? I mean, that's what sucks.
Well, you got to row that boat. Merrily.
Merrily, that's so dangerous.
That's the boy.
Yeah. Get just past that buoy of death, right? I don't know what he called it. I'm calling it that, but
yeah, it's right.
I wonder if Patricia was worried she may be a descendant. I don't know. I feel like they probably maybe all were a little bit, right?
That's such a crazy family tree. I wouldn't deny it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Wick, I think, I don't want to say he didn't care, but he was ready. He even said, if it was him, he was ready to do what he had to do. So he wasn't as concerned. But yeah, I think Patricia was probably probably scared about that.
I think I
Tom,
proceed with caution with the whole Warren thing, because what if that isn't the curse?
yeah, that's the thing too. They really don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
they're making an assumption, which isn't a reason to kill somebody. But
Yeah.
they're talking
You're
about it.
correct.
So Rosemary gives him her presentation. I love this so much. This is like my favorite part of the episode.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, we can read everybody's names.
Yes. Although I thought the girl, up until they told about her being alive, I thought the girl was Holyoke. I didn't realize it was Frances. I mixed up.
Francis,
I guess.
yeah.
Who was
Holyoke.
who. Yeah, I thought that originally. I thought from the last episode, I thought her name was Holyoke, but it's Frances.
Holyoke is a name that should come back in style. Holyoke.
Well, it's an interesting name, that's for sure. And this is where Rosemary is going through the different descendants and saying, not many of them survived. Let's put it that way. This is all tracing Barnabas's family tree, and basically says that Frances, was found floating on the shore, and this Barnabas took her in, raised her. He was rich, and then at 14 married her. That was awful, right? But I mean, I guess back then that probably happened.
Yeah,
that was
seems like right for the time.
Yeah. So yeah, they got married, had a baby, and then the dead baby, lesbian retards, which she shouldn't have said. That was awful. But it's hard not to. I mean, it was meant to be funny, but yeah, she goes through. Takes forever to tell.
Well, not only that, but she's saying those things while she's doing it. Everybody's like, ah.
Yeah, she's taking forever going through each and every person, and then whenever she says that too, Patricia's like, "Don't say it like that." When she says lesbian, like she didn't say there was anything wrong with lesbian. She just was saying it was, was a lesbian. That's all. But yeah, she's going through them. And then there's one part when she says something like the family who swims together drowns together. And that's how we got the inaugural swim. And he's like, no, that's not true. And so, yeah, she's taking her time. I kind of wonder if she's taking her time to piss them off. Do you think she is?
I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised if she was, because she definitely was like, sit down. I thought the best part was when Patricia went to go turn on the fan because she lit up a cigarette, and she's like, I can't think. I can't hear myself.
Yeah.
Smoke. Yeah, no, that's so funny.
I thought she was enjoying her presentation, because she said she even had stories about people, and I was like, sure, tell me your story, but then they didn't want to hear the story, and I want to hear the story.
Right?
Season 2.
Yeah, she's like, if we have time, and she's like, but you want me to go fast or whatever. But that's why I wonder if she was like, doing it on purpose. Yeah, it was.
Yeah. She makes a comment about the murder mystery, and she goes, "It was the husband."
Yeah, and you're right. It was funny. I mean, it shouldn't be funny, but it is funny. It's that dark comedy. It was hilarious. Yeah, I love this. Excuse me, this whole scene. But yeah, she's like, murder mystery. It was the husband. They don't want to hear it. They just want her to hurry up and get to she could have just jumped ahead and said it's Ruth, and they would have had the same outcome. And I think it's funny because that's what I like about the show, because I feel like, okay, this episode was already only a half an hour, right? And to be honest, we could have skipped 90% of the scene, but it's so
how dare you?
No, well, I'm saying like story-wise, we didn't need it, but it was hilarious.
Well, some of these people, Sophia the heretic, might come up.
Yeah, I think they're gonna play a big thing in season 2. That's why I'm really glad that they released it, and like right when we got the announcement for season 2, so it was kind of cool.
Yeah, we'll have to write down the names and keep them somewhere.
It's so unfortunate.
Yeah, it's the next time we see it. I don't think Rosemary gave a shite. She was pissing people off. I don't think she did either. She did that on purpose. The first episode, she wanted to tell Tom about the island genealogy, and Tom said no. That's right. I forgot about that. So yeah, he
she got her revenge, kind of like the Sea Hag and Patricia got revenge on Tom. They all get their revenge.
Yeah. Well, Tom isn't always the nicest person. He's become nicer as the season's gone on, but he didn't start off that way.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, they talk, they look at it. I got a couple shots of some of the, not that you can really read it, you guys can't. But yeah, there is Hortense, what is it? The ungrateful Hortense.
Oh, the ungrateful. I thought it was unfortunate.
The
ungrateful. The ungrateful.
No, it's
Hortense.
the
It's like the
ungrateful.
unsinkable Molly Brown.
And it's definitely ungrateful. And she was only 18 when she died, but people died
Yeah, I
young.
need to know her story.
Yeah. It's so what was I gonna say? I feel though like they mentioned that before. Like that's why I said it was maybe in the historical society thing. I don't know. I just feel like I've heard that name, but it might be because, when I saw it the second time, I just felt like that. I don't know.
Right.
Um, but it felt like it, yeah. Um, but she goes through them all, and then she gets to uh Miss Widow's Bay, 1959, and this is the last descendant. And Tom's like, so there's just one, and they're old.
That was
So
funny.
awful, Tom. And she's like, yeah. So, and then we find out it's Ruth Livingston. So she's the last descendant. She's not there. And they had said earlier she wasn't in the shelter. And so now they're like, what do we do about this? If they want to stop the curse, they need to kill her. I question if they think she is old and like not gonna last that long, why they couldn't just wait rather than murder somebody. But the other thing is that I kind of wondered is like if she's not there and they think she's like out in the storm and it's dangerous, why just like not go get her? I mean, that's still technically murder, I guess, but like it's not quite as bad.
Oh, you mean just like leave her out there?
Yeah, like not try to rescue her. And I
Right.
that's still not good. That's what I said. That's still bad, but at least it's not going and shooting her in the head, which is what they're intending.
Yeah. Wicked's like execution style. He's like back in the head, no problem. I'm like, oh my God. It's like it was very execution, very hitman, very like Carol turn and smell the flowers.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I actually watched a little clip where somebody was talking about this. They showed that clip, Jamie. So now I've seen the clip about the flowers, but it comes back to the mice and men. Look at the river.
Yes.
Yeah. We talked about that the other day. Yeah, it does. And look, I get it. Like they're at least trying to not be cruel, but at the same time, it's still murder. Like you can't just justify it. And that's what this whole scene's about. Patricia's like, it doesn't matter if she's old. And of course, she's also insulted about the old thing again.
Right.
But yeah, that's what this whole scene is about, like what's right and what's wrong. And he's like, well, I'm trying to save my son. And she's like, but that doesn't make it okay to murder somebody. And do you want him to grow up in a place where you've done that? And then Wick's like, he wouldn't have to grow up here if we do this.
Right.
But they don't even know.
They don't even know. Yeah.
Yeah. It's awful. I'm assuming, here, wait, let me put a piecing. I had that same thought, just leave her out there. I mean, the needs of the many, right? Yeah, I mean, the needs of it is that, and they have that in a lot of these shows where they have to, make a decision, what to do.
The trolley problem comes.
I was going to say it's kind of the trolley problem a little bit, not exactly, but kind of. But yeah,
it is the trolley. You're killing one person for the needs of the many.
Right, but if they don't kill her, people aren't necessarily going to die. I guess if the curse continues, I think the storm's supposed to get worse until it does kill people, right? So I guess it is, in that sense, it is the trolley.
Well, this ain't the shaman.
Yeah.
Yeah. It took a sacrifice.
Yeah, it took a sacrifice.
Is it now high on mushrooms? Did he eat all the mushrooms too?
Yeah, hopefully he didn't feel it maybe because he was high.
Oh, I know Tornado ate the mushrooms.
I get the feeling that guy's high a lot. So.
Oh yeah, the feeling.
Yeah, quite. But
I like to think the tornado's high.
But yeah, this is the idea of how do they make this decision, and that doesn't make it right to do it. But at the same time, if the curse is going to continue and get worse and worse and worse until the whole town dies, then does that make it a little better? I don't know. Like, how do you make that choice? And obviously Patricia disagrees with both of them, and they're like, well, we'll just kill her. She's lived a good life. And she, to me, in this scene is like the only one that's being sensible. But at the same time, I also understand why they're saying what they're saying. But yeah, she's the one who's like, you can't just kill somebody. You can't do this. And that's why I'm saying, like, if they didn't get her, like, at least that's not, I mean, it's still letting her die, but I feel like letting her die isn't quite as bad as murdering her, in cold blood. So I don't know. And it's also her fault for being stupid and staying in her house and not coming when they sounded the alarm, right? Unless she couldn't, or for some reason, because she's older, I don't know. But maybe she's having her nap. Yeah. it's all about what are they going to do, and that's, I'm guessing, what the last episode is going to be about, is them making this decision. So yeah. Oh, the other part of it is that even though Wick says about shooting her, that's when Patricia says something like, she's old, you're old. Like, what if it was you? And he says he would, would take care of it himself. And he's willing to go take care of Ruth. And Tom's like, no, I'm going to do it. He's being, I guess, brave, I guess, would be, the best way to describe that, or at least he thinks he's being the brave one. I don't know. What do you guys think? And Scarlet, if you have your theories, I'm sorry, I think that was earlier. I should have stopped for that, but I forgot about it till now. Sorry.
Oh, I'll say it at any time. I'll just say what I wrote.
Yeah, go ahead. Go for it.
Oh, right now?
Well, we're at the end of the episode. I mean, unless you have something else you want to.
Well, Tom walks out at the end.
Yes. Well, I said he told him he was going to do it. Tom's the one that leaves to do it. There you go.
But he probably won't.
Yeah.
Okay, so my Ruth theory is I feel Ruth got pregnant as a teen since she was a hot 1959 Miss Widow's Bay, and the father could have been Gertie's older brother who died, or maybe someone who died if their ages don't match up. But it seems like Stephen Root's character is like 15 years younger than the actress that plays Ruth, but they're making Ruth about 10 years younger, so it might match up with 1959.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the actress was born in 1930. They're obviously making her younger than what she is. Yeah. So, or somebody who died at their ages don't match up, or she was older and he was underage. Scandalous. And she couldn't get married because he was dead. So she got carted away like ladies were with child, quote unquote, and were kept at a home or somewhere until the baby was born. And then a married couple adopted the baby. What would make it interesting if it was Tom's wife as the baby? Yes. Because she would be of the Livingston Warren family line, but also related to Gertie if it was Gertie's brother.
Yep.
Jerry, yeah.
Ruth looks over. I'm not finished. Ruth looks over Evan a lot, which makes me think Widow's Bay is small enough that she knew who adopted Tom's wife, like Lauren. Lauren's her name.
Yeah.
Ruth could observe her child from afar, and Evan is her grandkid technically.
Yep.
I think the last episode will be Tom meeting up with Ruth, but her revealing she is Lauren's birth mom and Evan's grandmother. And Tom not killing anyone to, quote unquote, save the island. I'm not sure if killing the Warren line would save Widow's Bay either. That's it.
Yep.
My biggest question is, if you're right, which I think that's a really good theory. If you're right, like now, like suddenly he said that he was willing to kill her to save his son, right? But it kind of makes you wonder, like, obviously that's not going to hold true if he is, like, what if they still want to kill the living descendant, right? The last descendant. I'm sure he's not going to be down with that. So, yeah.
Well, and I think with a family line that big too, maybe there's others.
There could be,
maybe even killing Ruth and Evan off would not take the curse away.
Right. Yeah. Well, do you guys remember back to when Evan was reading those weird ass like letters that Lauren had left for him? One of them was like, "Dear Evan, everyone has two mothers, a mother and a secret mother. Which one am I? Am I your secret mom?" Right?
And she had a secret mom.
The secret home, and she had a secret mom. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I was like, I definitely 100% think you're right on. That's the same theory that I had 100%. And I actually do think that there are other, like I was actually thinking there have to be other children besides just Ruth that they just haven't found. Just like Ruth has an illegitimate child or a child out of wedlock, there have to be more. Because then how else would you explain like the boogeyman? Right? Yeah. And I don't think Patricia's part of the Warren line, but I do think that she's part of the coven or part of the witch's bloodline. And I think that's a whole nother avenue that they could definitely explore, because we know that witches came there, and when they did, they were burned at the stake, and Jerry was all proud of that. But I definitely think that they came there and were trying to do something with the island for a reason, and I think Patricia carries that bloodline.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant Lauren. I was confused.
No, I think Patricia carries the witch bloodline, and I think like Lauren and Evan and Ruth obviously have the Warren curse bloodline.
Yeah.
I have the same theory since Patty asked, what if there's someone they knew, kind of foreshadowing what would happen next. I mean, we know it's Ruth. They've been waiting and they know her, but yeah, it could be somebody else they know too. I do think that that's a really good theory. It makes a lot of sense. And the thing is, sorry, go ahead.
Well, I thought that it could be like the Jerry's brother who died too, because I feel like that would make, I don't know, I feel like the bloodline would run real deep then. And I mean, I don't know who else. Yeah, Mark, because they brought up Mark, and I thought they maybe brought up Mark for a reason other than just this.
Right.
Yeah. He's Cthulhu food now.
Yeah. I have to question though too, like especially because we're getting a second season, although I guess to be fair, when they made this, they may not have known that. I don't know whether they, made the last episode intending for there to be another season. But it makes me think like they may not get rid of the curse by the end of the episode, right? Because
they're feverishly re-editing the last episode right now.
Well, no, I just feel like if they get rid of the curse, like what's the I mean, they could still have a show and have no curse, but I think there's a good possibility.
Well, there's a lot more curses they could have. People could come on, like I said before, tourists could come on the island with curses. It could be like a fancy island, but for curses.
Yeah.
Makes me think of Haven. I mentioned that before, but now you said that and you make me think of Haven, which is a good show.
Yeah. Is it like Fantasy Island?
What, Scarlet?
Is it like Fantasy Island?
Is it like the Fantasy Island? It's on an island, yeah. Or not on an island.
Fantasy Island, the TV show Fantasy Island?
Fantasy Island. I don't know. I never actually watched that, so I don't know.
That's too bad.
I watched.
Because people will be invited on Fantasy Island retreats. What?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think I actually watched one episode of that. I take it back because I did an interview for something.
They had a newer version of it with Mädchen and Mick, and she was a shapeshifter, which was bad for me because I like Twin Peaks and I like Mädchen and Mick, but she would just shape, kind of like the Man in Yellow. She just shapeshifted to somebody, and then she'd only be in one other scene, shapeshifted back.
Oh wow.
Sucks. Yeah, no, I seen one of the episodes of the new one, I think.
But the ones from the 70s are great.
Yeah.
Ricardo Montalban.
The plane.
I love it. Yeah. That one.
Yeah, that's right. That is from that. Okay, I did see a little bit of the original one too then, because I remember seeing that. So I must have seen.
But they could develop a Fantasy Island like thing. Have people come on, and they, it could be endless. You could have multiple seasons. You could just have new people come on the island.
Right.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I think they could either way go on. I just question that it'll be over. Like, I just think it may not be. That's my theory. What do you guys think? Like, what are you thinking is going to happen other than you think that it's Evan?
I think that curse was there for a reason, right? Because they make it a point to say that when Richard Warren got onto the shore, like there was nothing there. And what is it? Jerry's like, except for the teeth. And we have like this whole teeth thing, and that was really weird. So I think that there's something deeper, and I think you guys are right. I think they're going to think the curse is done, and that's going to be part of it. But there's definitely more and something deeper than what they know. Probably more than what Richard Warren knew at that point, because he probably has no idea why those teeth were there.
Yeah. And we still have the chair and the root cellar as well.
Right.
So
who knows what those are?
Yeah, like why was that entity wanting to be fed? Like what chained that entity to that island is more ancient than Richard Warren. So that's definitely a story that still needs to be told.
Yeah, that's true. It was there before him. So what the curse was. Yeah, that's a good point. And look, they don't necessarily have written history of the island before Richard Warren. So there could have been a whole bunch of shit going on. We don't know.
Right. Until they go into a cave and find it. Like
exactly. Yeah. Find out what's over the root cellar.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. I forgot what I was going to say.
Sorry.
No. I was going to say something and it went woo. So I don't know what it was. I'll probably think of it after we disconnect. Yeah, shit. I hate when I do that. Oh, well. I'll probably think of it. You guys keep telling your things and maybe I'll remember as I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, but I think in season 2, I'd love to have a Dale story. We don't hardly know anything about Dale.
Right.
I'd love to know more about Rosemary. I'd love to know about her wildlife. She seems pretty loca.
I love Rosemary. I know what it was, though. I was thinking the teeth. I was just wondering, though, like, there's certain things they do in this show that I feel like they're more jokes than something important, and it makes me wonder if the teeth are that. Like, I hope not, but I kind of wonder, like, that could just be one of those things, you know, kind of like the mushroom trip and stuff. Like, it's just meant
Yeah,
to
but
be
they
funny.
did repeat it. They repeated it with that game too. I feel
Yeah,
like
with the
Okay,
pliers.
that's true. That's true. But no, I just wondered, like, some thought times, you know, with this show, I feel like there's certain things where it's just like there, and like the joke is that you never hear, you never find out, right? Like, it's more meant to be. But yeah, there is the game too. That's a good point. So it probably has some relevance. I don't know. It's the Babadook and the Root Cellar. I've never seen that, so I'm not sure.
that's a
I
pretty
am.
crazy movie.
I know it's a scary movie, but that's about the extent of what I know. The curse will live on, says Bill.
Yes.
It may. It may. Well, any other?
Yeah,
Any
I mean,
other-
we don't know the sea hag and everything are part of the same curse, or that's a totally different curse.
Yeah.
No, I
yeah.
want to know who's been feeding that thing. Who's been feeding the basement?
Well, nobody's been dying these past decades or whatever that we know of. Thank you, Dieter, and welcome.
Well,
But
maybe
yes,
that's part of the problem.
please share the video. It is appreciated. Like and subscribe.
Please.
Yeah, there's I feel like there's so many directions they could go.
Is there any other people that could be Ruth's kid's dad, Lauren's dad? Other than Mark? I got Mark here. Wick.
Wick, the Jerry's husband.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh yeah, that guy. I totally forgot about that guy.
I thought that guy was Ruth's gonna wind up being Ruth's brother, and he was helping because he has access to the root cellar and the tunnels, right? Because they live in the Warren house, and that's how Sarah got out, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel
Like
like
that
that.
with all those kids.
I guess we'll have to see the direction it goes. I feel like we'll have maybe a better idea of what season 2 is by the direction it's going, and you know where it ends.
Yeah, where the cliffhanger is and how much they actually which direction they go in the actual show, right?
Yeah. Ozrod says Man in Yellow was there before and left the teeth. Maybe we'll find that.
These worlds are connected. One's in an island.
Yeah,
one is
everything's connected. Everything's
I'd
connected.
love to make a mismatch of Acosta looking in the basement, but then she picks up that game that says teeth with the pliers in it.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That would be.
May says so. Only Richard Warren gets the never die thing. I mean, I don't know. Richard Warren and the Boogeyman, I guess. Although I kind of
Sea hag.
yeah, and see, but I kind of like. See, I still don't understand the Boogeyman thing. I mean, I guess he's got to be his descendant, but they just didn't say that. But that to me is strange because Rosemary didn't say, oh, unless maybe, you know what, the murder mystery, the husband, maybe that was in reference to that. I guess it could be.
Might be.
It could be something separate.
Yeah, I don't know. I just question, like,
I gotta go back and rehear the story about it.
Yeah, the thing she just said about a murder mystery. I just wonder because she didn't mention it, and like, why otherwise did he live forever? Or is it maybe that, like, because they burnt the bones and the curse wasn't completely gone, maybe the island got mad and brought the thing back to life? I don't know, because we don't even know how he got out of there, right? Like, he was buried in cement or something, right? And
Right.
We don't even know how he broke out.
Yeah, but yeah. Rosemary had that one story she wanted to tell too. Maybe that was the origin of the Boogeyman.
Right.
They just didn't let her, because poor her, can't do anything right.
Yeah.
Right. They never let her talk.
Yeah, nobody lets her talk.
Yeah. All right. Well, unless I don't know, is there anything else? I think that's about it. Unless you guys have something else. Anybody in the chat have anything else?
Anybody?
Is there anything supernatural you'd like to see in season 2? I like to see werewolves.
Oh yeah.
I want to see the time dilation in that inn room. That
oh yeah, that's another mystery.
I want to see the time dilation.
Yeah.
Does anybody think that Evan's going to try to sneak out of here even though he promised his dad he wouldn't go anywhere?
Oh yeah. Yeah, of course. Okay. Of course.
Well, he's going to sneak out to the mainland and then he comes back and he's 20 years older.
He won't even be able to come back.
I don't think this entity is going to protect his investment in this deal as much as possible. I just, yeah, I kind of, again, one of my questions is why has there not been tons of deaths and disease and storms leading up to this between war and now? Like I'm confused why this is happening now.
Because they gave him proper sacrifice.
Right.
Gave him
Maybe,
a sacrifice now and then. I think that's what their chair is all about.
Right. I agree.
Yeah,
And
that
it's
makes
true.
sense. There's got to be something, right? Like otherwise it would have been. And I mean, Tom's like a new mayor, right?
Right.
Well, he maybe doesn't know about what had happened. I don't know. And I'm wondering
Well,
too,
that's
like,
another thing they could dwell into, all the prior mayors of the island.
yeah, yeah. And also like maybe that priest, like whatever this is, maybe that's what he found out, right? And then that's
Right.
why he unalived himself or whatever. Yeah, Steeder, you need to watch it. It's good. Watch the
It
show.
is.
Now
Really
you have
good
time
to watch it.
Yeah, now you have time to catch up for season 2. All right. Well, I guess that is about it for tonight, guys. Please make sure you like the video. I don't even, let's see how many likes do we got compared to live? I try to remember to look and say, are you guys actually liking it? We have no, yeah, we have no, that's view. That's not likes, that's live. Wait a second. Why is it not? No, I'm looking to see. They changed. Oh God, I hate YouTube sometimes. It doesn't tell now in the back end. Before it told. Now it just says how many live and how many views. Interesting. Before it said, I don't know why it doesn't say likes. Last time I looked at it when we were doing the show, it did. So it's something they must have just changed on the website on the back end. Weird. But anyway, make sure you guys give it a like if you haven't. Let's see. I can probably see on the main page here. I don't know if I can. Weird. No, I see it now on the main page. One person. I see one like, guys. Come on.
Oh, on YouTube, there's 16.
Yeah.
Okay, then you're seeing a different. That's what I'm saying. It's not showing me on the back end and on the all. I'd probably have to reload it. It just says one like, so I'm not seeing it. That must have been at the beginning when I loaded it. Weird. I don't know. It's not showing the back end anyway. But let us know how you did. Let us know if you like the show. If you don't like the show and we're doing something you want us to change, let us know. But please subscribe to SciFi Vision if you are not a member. Join our Discord, find out all the stuff that's going on for our watch parties. Our next watch party is, of course, Saturday night at midnight for From. So make sure you guys join us then. And our next live. Sorry, what, Scarlet?
No, just like Bill said that he wanted to have seagulls attacking, and Tom's ex-wife alive.
That'd be interesting. But our next live stream is Sunday at 10:30. We have the watch party at 9 again Sunday. Those are all Eastern, so make sure you join us. And I will put the day of Smiley's interview as soon as I find out. And like I said, the one with Julia Doyle, who plays Sophia, the first part of that will premiere tomorrow, technically tonight because it's after midnight, but tomorrow night at 7 Eastern. Obviously, it's not live, but I will do a premiere, so we can hopefully some of you will chat with me. So I'm not there by myself, but I'll come and chat with you guys while we watch it. It's a really good interview. It's pretty long, so make sure you guys, drop in and check that out.
When was that? When was that again?
The one with the girl who plays Sophia.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean? Yeah, Julia Doyle. Yeah. I'm not sure what you guys.
The time. What day and what time?
Tomorrow at 7.
Tomorrow at 7. Yeah, 7 Eastern. Yes. Yeah. Oh, you caught up now, Amy? That's good if you caught up. The show's very good.
Hey, Amy.
Hello.
Love the smiley.
Yes, love to smiley. I'm not sure what you mean, Dieter, about the Hellfire. I mean, I know what Hellfire Club is from Stranger Things, but I'm not sure.
Where is it? I support the Hellfire Club. Is
Yeah,
that what you and Fletch's thing is?
Is that? Yeah, I'm not sure. Is that your thing you guys are doing?
I don't know.
No, you don't know? Okay.
Does Jenn know? Well, I don't know.
I have no idea.
No idea. But also, though, do make sure you guys check out Dieter and Fletcher's From a Hall.
Oh, the Hellfire thing behind my thing. This.
Oh, that. Yeah. Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
And other thing says
I
upside
mean,
down.
there was a historical Hellfire Club. That's where I got it from.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a whole bunch of Stranger Things and Dungeons and Dragons stuff back there. I have to put the rest of my collection up when I get a chance on the wall.
Sometimes I think I should take my my galaxy down, but I don't know if you can even see what's behind me because I think the angle I'm at, you just see my couch. I don't even think you can see the wall. So it's not really helpful.
you know, this weekend, Jen, we're having a Dungeons and Dragons with an Alice in Wonderland theme. Like a lot of people LARP all the way through the weekend.
Really?
Yeah,
And it's Alice in Wonderland LARPing. I wish I could go. Where is this? The one in Chicago?
The ones in Chicago.
I'm so jealous. I want to go. That sounds like it's so much fun.
It does sound like fun.
I want to be the Mad Hatter.
I think you can pick your own characters. I don't know what it entails because I'm going to be doing workshops, so I don't have any, like, you know, I can't get in when it.
I just realized I never sent you those things for the flyers. I completely forgot all about it.
Oh, that's okay.
Well, I can. You would. I guess you're not gonna have time to print it anyway, so it won't do me any good.
Well, I could print it at the hotel.
Okay. Well, then I'll send it to you. I'll do it. I'll try to do it as soon as I can. I'm sorry. I forgot. I completely forgot all about it.
Well, I was just going to put flyers on the table, but then if somebody wanted information was in my workshops, I would just write it on the back of one of the flyers. You see?
Yeah, true. Yeah, you could do that. But no, I'll get something. I'll mock up something really quick. I just completely forgot about it.
I always have kind of like a side gig. Either I'm like writing something or I have something on the ball. So like Sci-Fi Vision's it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're a part of it.
Networking.
Get some merch. Make it.
I've heard like about so many podcasts I didn't hear about because people left little flyers out. They printed little black and white flyers and cut them out and put them on the table. And I took one.
That's cool. I never really
thought. Some I could barely even find doing a search. Like YouTube's its search is real bad.
Yes, it is. That is true. Yeah, I don't know. I never thought to do that. Like I've had, given out business cards and stuff from my website, but that's about it. So yeah, that'd be cool. But yeah, well, everybody, we will see you at the next one. Hopefully we'll see you on Sunday for our From show, and hopefully Scarlet will join us at some point during the night.
I might pop in if I can actually watch the episode. The only problem is I don't know if I'll be able to see the episode before.
Yeah, I know that's hard when you're not there, but
I'll come in and say hi, and you'll talk any kind of spoiler, and I'll be like, no, bye.
Yeah, you don't want to get spoiled, but you can come and at least say hi. But yeah, hopefully you'll get a chance to see it beforehand and be able to watch it. But if not, enjoy your convention and your weekend. And but yeah, we'll hopefully see everybody there.
Yes.
And I know I'm sorry that I'm like behind on so many things, I feel like, because I also got to decide about what we're doing for the celebration show and for my birthday show and all that, and still have not done it. I'm just trying to catch up on everything. But
yeah, your birthday's coming up. I know your birthday. Your birthday's my daughter's birthday.
Nice.
26.
Have your daughter on too. We'll have a party.
Yeah, so he's been driving me crazy. She wants to have a Snoopy party now. I'm like, and I grew up with Snoopy. That was like my first stuffed animal back in 1981. But she's been seeing all the Snoopy stuff. She's like, I want a Snoopy party. First, it was a Mandalorian party. Now she wants a Snoopy party.
She wants a Snoopy party. That's funny.
But it's okay. I feel like I'm doing the right thing if she wants these kind of parties and not some like Monster High crap.
I say brats.
Yeah. No,
I like Monster High, man. As a goth kid, I love Monster High.
I don't mind the stories. The girls are into them when they have the dolls, but like the way they dress, I'm like, I really don't like. Because Zoe wants to dress like them. I'm like, you're 8, about to be 9. You need to put on a whole lot more clothes.
Yeah, that's a bad age for that. I will do that, Dieter. I'm going to do that. I am just, like I said, I feel like I'm so far behind anything. I realized it's been like when I was editing the video for Julia, I'm like, crap, it's been like, this should have been up by now. I don't know. It feels like every day there's something going on. And
I feel like we should wait until Widow's Bay and From is done to do the party. Like, kind of have that in the second tier after this is done.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to figure out the dates. But I feel like we should probably do 2 different shows. I feel like my birthday thing should be something else.
Yeah, it needs its own show.
We should celebrate you just by you, just for you. You know what I
A
mean? You're
celebration.
separate of
Well, I
just
already got the overlay almost done. I showed Scarlet the other day. I was bored, so I started ahead of time. So at least I got,
nice.
Yeah, it
got
looks
my
good.
fan-
It looks good.
got my fancies on. Thanks. I enjoy making them. They're fun.
You want to go beyond the couch.
Yes, I wanted to do something a little different than the couch this time because we always do the couch. So it's a little different. All right, everybody. Well, we will see. Yes, I do need assistance, but I need money to pay assistance. So that's why I have no assistants.
I thought I was your assistant.
Well,
I'll
yes,
get
you know,
paid.
It's the 26th theater.
I be broke. But yes, it's June 26th.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, have a good night, and we will see you all very soon. Good night.
Bye.
My official steampunk name is Holyoke Cogswell.
Ooh.